Good evening. Thank you for joining our Halachas of Loshon Hara group. We are moving along in Sefer Chafetz Chaim. We're up to the last sif in Klal Ches Sif Yadalit. Okay, so the Chafetz Chaim writes, in terms of accepting Loshon Hara, there's no difference whether who you hear the Loshon Hara from. It's forbidden to accept Loshon Hara, which means, again, like we mentioned before, to believe it as true in your heart. Again, one can always be choshesh, one can always be concerned that perhaps it's true and to protect himself or others, but he cannot believe it in his heart that it's true, accept it as fact. And it doesn't make a difference whether it's other people or his family members, like his father, his mother, or anybody like that. It doesn't matter. He still cannot accept the Loshon Hara even if it's from his parents. Now, not only the Chafetz Chaim writes, is it usher to believe it from one's parents, but when it comes to one's parents, he has even a further obligation to tell them that it's forbidden to speak Loshon Hara. Again, the Chafetz Chaim emphasizes that it has to be done in a very respectful way, of course. But one's obligation is, nevertheless, to tell his parents in a very respectful way that it's forbidden. And he says that if a person would keep quiet and not tell his family members, and obviously it goes for his children, siblings, things like that. It's family members, other family members as well. And he says if a person will become quiet, he's going to be punished when he has the opportunity to rebuke his family. People who would listen to him from speaking Loshon Hara, he's going to be punished for not rebuking them, and he's going to carry the weight of their sin if they continue speaking Loshon Hara as well. He says, as he quotes a Gemara to that effect. Okay. And therefore he says, he gives us a little piece of musar and child rearing advice perhaps as well, that person should always be careful to not speak Loshon Hara, not only in his household, not only for the sin, because of the sin of it, but when a person speaks Loshon Hara in his house, when his family members see that, they learn to speak Loshon Hara themselves. And when a person does something wrong, when his children or his other family members see that he's going to speak Loshon Hara, speaks badly about his friend, that automatically gets ingrained into the atmosphere and gets ingrained into the people around him, and it becomes very hard for the children or for others in the house to prevent Loshon Hara as well. So a person not only has a responsibility to himself not to speak Loshon Hara, but he also is responsible to not speak Loshon Hara for the effect it will have on his family members. And that's just in general, that's good advice. That's good advice in general about how we act is the great, what we say to our children has a certain level of effect, but how we act has the greatest effect. The things we do has the greatest effect on our family members, on our children. And nonverbal teaching is the greatest way that children learn. And he says that the way a person, if he hears his children speaking Loshon Hara, he should rebuke them, he should speak softly. He makes a very strong point of saying it should be a soft rebuke. He should not yell at somebody, it's counterproductive. He should softly rebuke his children if they speak Loshon Hara or something like that. He should tell them about the punishment. He should lay off on the punishment of maybe in today's day and age people can handle the punishment, but a person should speak about the tremendous reward that if somebody refrains from speaking Loshon Hara, that a tremendous reward that a person will get, as the I think the Medrash or the Gemara says, the pasuk says, Tola Eretz al Blima. Hashem hangs the world on nothingness. So literally that means, if you look at the solar system, the world's not hanging on a string, the world's not attached to anything. Hashem hangs the world suspended in the middle of the universe. But the Gemara learns out, I believe it's the Gemara learns out, Tol Eretz Ablima means Hashem hangs the world, meaning the whole world exists. He keeps the world hanging, keeps the world going, Ablima, on nothingness. So meaning when somebody keeps his mouth quiet and says nothing, in that merit, just one time, he keeps, in his merit, the whole world exists. That's a tremendous thing. Even if a person fails once or twice, and he speaks Loshon Hara, a person should realize the next time that he shouldn't give up, and the next time he has an opportunity to speak Loshon Hara, he holds himself back. Tremendous reward. And the person should try to convey that to his family members. That has the greatest effect. The positive reinforcement and the personal action that has the greatest effect on people's family members. And that's the Chafetz Chaim's advice, and it plays itself out as we see in practical terms. Okay, we'll hold it here. Thank you for joining. Until next time, have a great evening.